In today's world, no one uses cash anymore. It's all about what plastic you have in your wallet. And most of us have a debit card, but a lot of the times it's just in case we need to pull cash out of the ATM. Most people use their debit card as a credit card to make purchases. They pretty much use it interchangeably as if they were using cash. Is this bad? Well, not necessarily. I mean, you know your credit limit, it's how much money's in your checking account. The problem is using your debit card like a credit card when it's pretty much the same as using cash is you're missing out on huge opportunities to make money on those purchases. Hi, I'm Matt from Inside Investing, and today I'm going to show you how to make $3,000 with doing absolutely nothing different with your spending habit. It seems our lives today are all about earning and spending. You earn a paycheck at work every day, then you go and you spend it on food, on mortgage, on toys, whatever. So why not get paid for those purchases? And that's exactly what I do using cashback cards. Of course, there's a whole bunch of other types of reward cards out there. There's travel cards and the cashback cards. But for this, I want to focus on the cashback cards. And the reason I want to focus on the cashback cards is because I want you to make a ton of money without changing any of your spending habits. Credit cards is such a valuable tool, but if used wrong, it can be devastating to your credit. Because of all that, I want to caution you that you should not be using any of these strategies if you can't control your own spending habits. I am not a financial advisor. This is all for information and entertainment only. So if you need actual financial advice, please seek a financial consultant. All right, where did I start? So in my last video, I talked about how I started with getting a secure credit card to really get my credit off the ground. And if you haven't seen that video and you're looking to get your credit going, please watch that previous video. So after I built my financial foundation, I started looking at credit cards. At first, it was just to get my credit going and to build the credit. But then I started realizing there's so many benefits that you can get using cashback cards. So like I talked about, my mom was absolutely horrible with credit cards, and I learned so much of what not to do because of her. And one of the big things was never carry a balance. I don't want to give away my money, and that's what you're doing when you carry a balance and pay those interest payments. The first credit card I looked at was a Chase Freedom card. Now it has evolved over time, but when I first got it, it was 1% cash back on pretty much all your spending, and then 5% cash back on categories that would rotate it quarterly. I mean, that 1% cash back alone was netting me like $2,000 a year. The 5% cash back was like icing on the cake, just a whole bunch of extra money that I was making by just spending like I usually do. And now the Freedom Card has evolved to where it's 1.5% spending on everyday purchases, and plus still having that 5% rotating. Like, it's amazing. I'll be putting the link down below as a reference to all the credit cards that I'm talking about. This Chase Freedom Card opened my mind to a world of all these credit cards that have all the perks that I'm going to take advantage of. The next card I found was the American Express Blue Cash Preferred card. So this card was much different from the other credit cards because it had 6% cash back on groceries and 3% cash back at gas stations, and that's pretty much my entire budget living in California. The biggest difference with this card is that there was an annual fee. At this point, I was really nervous about a card with an annual fee. I didn't need any extra expenses while I'm trying to build my wealth. I'm an engineer. I love math and I have great Excel skills. So what did I do? I took all that information, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and I calculated to see if the annual fee was worth it. I mean, looking at groceries alone would have netted me over $300 with that 6% cash back. So that is definitely worth it. One thing I want to point out, just in case you want to use the American Express as your starting point for a credit card, you might want to reconsider. Visa and Mastercard are the two most common cards that are pretty much accepted almost everywhere. American Express and Discover, while having amazing perks, are not really accepted everywhere. The reason for this is how credit cards make their money. You may be thinking, how could they afford to give 6% cash back and I pay off everything? If you don't carry a balance, then they don't make any money, right? They actually make money off the vendors that you shop with. They charge them 1 to 2% if you're using Visa or Mastercard, but they can charge up to 6% the American Express customer. So that's exactly why American Express is not accepted everywhere. You'll see at some places they have fees for using your credit card. It's because they're getting charged by the credit card companies and they're just pushing those fees right down to you. Also, if you travel a lot, I would recommend some of these bigger cards that have a ton of perks, but they usually have a high annual fee to go along with them. For example, the American Express Platinum card has a whopping $695 annual fee. Like, what? How could I afford that? But the thing is, with the Platinum card, you get $200 in Uber credits to spend on either food or rides. You get $240 in digital entertainment credits to go to SiriusXM, Audible, New York Times, things like that. To go with the travel piece, you get $200 in airfare credits That can go toward checked baggage, in-flight refreshments. They'll also cover the fee for TSA pre-check or global entry, one of the two. Probably my favorite is the access to all the airport lounges that usually cost $40-50 a person are all covered. These cards have so many more perks, but yet just these perks alone will cover the annual fee. So understanding how to use these cards to make the most out of your spending is key to growing your wealth. Because like I say, I don't spend money unless I'm making money. If you're in the military, I want to give you a little secret. A lot of these cards that charge an annual fee will waive it if you're active duty military. That 6% cash back on groceries with the $95 annual fee, that $695 annual fee for the American Express Platinum, nope. But I just want to say that this is an exception, not the rule. Companies don't have to do this, but this is their way of saying thank you. Because there's so many cards out there that have a wide range of perks, I typically have 6 cards with a balance on it at any given time because it just depends on what I'm buying. Am I using this card or this card? Remember though, you need to make sure you pay off the balance each month. You budget if you have to. You don't want to be giving away your money if you're trying to build your wealth. Make sure your financial foundation is strong. If you don't understand what I'm talking about when I say financial foundation, please look back at some of my previous videos and I'll tell you exactly how to create that strong foundation. And that about does it. That's exactly how you can make a whole bunch of free money without changing any of your spending habits just by using the right credit cards and being responsible. And the great thing is, you're not only earning all this free money, you're also building your credit more and more. So I mean, it's a win-win. So let me know what you think. Is there any credit cards that you think a newbie should get for their first credit card, or just in general have great perks that I missed? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Make the most of your spending. God damn it.